Dog versus Wallbant. The winner of this goes to the semifinals in 3-2-1 Tetris. On the left side, Dog playing Tetris, number 2 seed, got a 2-round bye and defeated Dangler in the round of 16 to get here to the top 8. He's an 11-time Masters winner, including 9 times in the monthlies, 1 time in Lone Star in 2023, and 1 time in Mega Masters in 2025. Yes, he is the reigning champion of Classic Tetris Monthly, at least annual, our annual championship, our Big Daddy Championship, Mega Masters, 64 players. And Dog was the winner of that. And yes, 9 times in the monthlies. Including May of 2025. So that was his most recent one. He also won No Cap November in 2024. Dog, of course, the current score world record holder. He's got that 29.4 million. He's 3rd in the Premier Poll rankings, a ranking of Tetris players that comes out every single month. You can find the full rankings over at premierpoll.com. Dog is, number 3 in the open rankings and number 6 in the DAS rankings, actually. He's got 2 wins also in our DAS Masters event. 230 for Dog, 170 for Wallbant. Dog, of course, the first player to roll over the level counter on the competition and training cartridge, the so-called Tetris Gym Rebirth. He's the 8th player to crash the game. 4 appearances in Mega Masters. 3 of those have been in the top 4 or higher. He was the winner this year. He came in 2nd in 22 and was in the top 4 in 23. So 3 out of 4 times in Mega Masters, Dog has been top 4 or higher. He's also the reigning Stupid Tetris Monthly winner of our No Next Box Championship for July. So he's the reigning No Next Box World Champion. 346 here for Dog, 308 for Wallbant. And on the right side, it is Wallbant, qualified into seed number 23, Dirty Tetris Wallbant. Qualified in with a 1.23 million. Wallbant is from Canada, and he's got a PB of 1.69 million. That is a rollover and more. And speaking of stupid champions, Dog was the winner of the Stupid Masters No Next Box. Wallbant was the winner of the Stupid Futures No Next Box. So the 2 levels of No Next Box Stupid Tetris Monthly that we ran, we've got the 2 winners here in the top 8 facing each other of the Masters event. 424 Wallbant, 462 for Dog. This is Wallbant's 11th appearance in the monthly CTM. He's finished as high as the top 8, and this ties his best run. And in fact, it's even better than his best run because his previous top 8 was in February of 2023, and that's when Masters was a 16-player tournament. Now it's a 32-player tournament, and Wallbant had to start in round 1. He defeated Chroma in round 1, defeated former CTM champ SV in round 2, and defeated Neko in round 3, the round of 16. So this is Wallbant's, so far, his best performance in the Masters event so far. He's also been in Mega Masters 3 times. Played in Das Masters 5 times. 3 future circuits, 1 hopeful circuit as well. 563 for Wallbant, 563 for Dog. So tied in score, close in lines. Vasily says, can we donate for Vandy to get Tetris lessons from Dog on stream? Somehow I don't think that's going to happen. 636 for Dog into 19. And Wallbant 634 into 19. So virtually tied at the 19 transition. You know, Wallbant was 1 line behind. So 2 big paces, Wallbant and Dog. Dog is teaching Vandy right now by playing, says Andrew. You know, if that worked, I've seen, I don't know, maybe more Dog matches than anybody. And not a jot of skill has transferred from Dog to me at all. 761 for Dog, 694 for Wallbant. Why are the colors different? Says Marvino. Yeah, I mean, they might be playing on different consoles. You know, if you're playing on an original NES versus a clone console, their capture cards capture things different ways. So, yeah, there's just hardware differences that can contribute to that. 804 Wallbant, 847 for Dog. Is that what those kids call a skill issue? Yeah, definitely. I have a lot of skill issues or lack of skill issues. Wallbant 864, 908 for Dog. All right, couple Tetrises in for Dog, 981. A couple long bars in a row there for Wallbant, 936. Lines are tied, Dog ahead by about 45,000 points. That's a Tetris and change. Tetris is on 25, worth, what, 31,200? Max out for Dog. Wallbant, 1 away, gets it. They're both on 26. Another Tetris Wallbant, A37. All right, Wallbant kind of building on top of that hole. It's going to have to be dealt with at some point. I think Wallbant kind of wants to take a triple off it, but... Oh, the line spin for Wallbant, the classic line spin setup. All right, Wallbant going to expose that hole really just in time to start getting set up. 429, A64 Wallbant, B66 for Dog. Both players have maxed out in the approach to 29. B72 for Dog. He's on 29. And Wallbant with a 1.1 into 29. So both players with 1.1s into level 29. The next speed increase happens at 330 lines. Level 39, super kill screen. And Tetris for Dog, D08. Wallbant. Another Tetris C03. He's back by about 100,000 points. He's spiring in the middle, though, so he's got to find something else to do with these Z pieces. Oh, and he gets that T to the left. So Wallbant with great left to right movement here. Really impressive. C17 for Wallbant. D45 Dog. Dog is set up for a Tetris. He gets it, D97. Wallbant has brought this stack back down. It's clean. He's starting to get set up. He is set up. He has to cover. And he's going to get reset up here. Kind of aggressive. And Tetris for Wallbant, C80. He probably has to be aggressive. Dog might be all in on a long bar here. And the bar is not coming. So this is a top out for Dog at E86. So Wallbant with a chase down target of E87. And he is encountering a little bit of a drought of his own. Can he get somebody to the left? Yes. Seems like he's easily getting pieces to that left. But now he's got to find some points here. E87 is the target. He's open. He has to bring that down. And he's getting droughted. Tetris for Wallbant, E06. He's 2 away from potentially chasing this down from Dog. Tetris is here worth 46.8 or 45, whatever, 46.8. So he's got to find, I think, 2 of them here. Oh no, that long bar is gonna, oh no! And that is gonna be a top out for Wallbant. So my God, what an attempt for Wallbant. They both get the 1.4. And Wallbant really did everything he possibly could do to try to get this down. Kind of inefficient in the run up to 39. You know, after he got to like 36, he just couldn't get a lot going there Tetris wise, but he really did everything he possibly do in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. I'm pretty disappointed, guys, because everyone hasn't answered, and clearly Lighthouse wanted everyone to answer. Okay, this is malicious compliance, right? Mustache Cannon has resubbed for 6 months at tier 1. Says RGB NES mod to output RGB's video signal, which is one of the best possible analog video signals. OEM NES only outputs RF and composite video. Thank you, Mustache Cannon. Really appreciate that. All right, Wallbant here, sitting, waiting, hoping for a bar. He's got a well set up for a triple. This is not even a Tetris well, so he shouldn't be all that upset to chop it down. But okay, is he gonna build? No, he's just gonna take the easy transfer of the well back to where it belongs. Oh, the Vits, the true, pure, platonic, ideal Vits right there. Long bar in the window. T-spun to set it up. Oh, Wallbant with the pullback of the long bar. For the pullback of the, what was it, an L piece, I think it was, when the long bar came, but he dead dropped the long bar. So he pulled it back to try to save some burns there. And then when the long bar actually did show up, he couldn't get it over. So that gave him like an unintentionally difficult dig, really of his own doing. 159 from Wallbant, 217 for Dog. So some thrills and spills on Wallbant's side. But he's still good. Good board. Tetris, 183 from him. That's crazy. Okay, Tetris Wallbant 232. Yeah, that's like 10 out of 10 Vits right there that Wallbant did. If whoever makes the next Vits video, it's got to put that one in there. I mean, could it be any better? We want to see a little more Wallbant here. All right. You know, guys working out, get both arms on there. We should, right? There you go. 401 for Dog, 324 for Wallbant. The King to Kid says, hey, quick question, chat. Should I get a RSA to USB capture card or get a HDMI to USB capture card to record Tetris? All right, everyone in chat. He says, hello, chat. That means the entire chat must reply. $394 for Wallbant. Not again, says Mino. Tetris Wallbant. Will this guy stop laughing at his own jokes? I am upset. All this guy does is laugh. Who's that guy on YouTube that just complain? He used to be just on our channel complaining about me laughing. Was it Carl Henriksen on YouTube? Commenter. Then I saw him on CTL complaining about someone laughing. He's like, why is this guy laughing? So there's a guy on YouTube that just gets mad at Tetris streams if people are laughing. He doesn't like it. Oh, goodness gracious. Wallbant laughing, not laughing right now. Oh, my word. What can he possibly do? And nothing. Wallbant going to top out in game number 2. Does not get to 19. And Dog will take game number 2. Is a final between Andy and Dog possible? Well, it is, because Andy and Dog are on opposite halves of the bracket. Pixel Andy came out of the orange bracket, seed 1. Dog came out of the green bracket, seed 2. Wallbant says, no, it is not possible because I am about to win 3 games in a row. So it depends on who you ask. All right, Tetris, Wallbant. And Dog's got one as well. Silver the Shiny Eevee says, hey, Vandy, I asked in your qual stream, but you understandably didn't answer. But now that I have Tetris Gym working on an unsupported emulator, NES.mu for Android, if I get an NES, how would I register for CTM the first time? Go to the Discord server. Go to go.ctm.gg. Be in those 2 things and then sign in, just go.ctm.gg with your Discord or Twitch credentials. And then you'll have access to the qualifying pages that open when they are open. There's currently no qualifying open, and probably should give an update about that. We were planning on having September tournaments, but I do have a situation at home that's going to make it uncertain whether or not I can stream. Unfortunately, that situation has not been resolved. It's and it's not as simple as handing this off to some other streamer just because of, I don't know. And maybe that's a bit of a flaw in how I've set it up, but these scenes are not easily transferable to other people because they're so complicated. I've tried to bring some quality and interest to these streams, but I've also made it so that they're probably unrunnable on other people's systems. But anyway, be that as it may, I'm the one who has to stream this thing, and unfortunately, I can't be 100% certain that I will have a clean, safe place to live where I feel comfortable streaming from for September. So I am going to open October quals because I expect whatever the issue is to be resolved one way or the other. So we will have October CTM, but we're not going to have September CTM. Have you chosen an heir for the CTM throne, says Steel. 326 for Wallbant, 387 Dog. I mean, yeah, the highest bidder. Make an offer if you want it. You know, when I took over CTM, all it was a Discord server with 176 people in it, and no website and no infrastructure and no special emotes and that's all it was. No Twitch channel, no YouTube channel, nothing. So it's not the kind of thing where you can just give it away, right? Because the partnered Twitch channel has value. YouTube channel has a little bit of value. You know what I mean? You can't just go, oh, here's a free partnered Twitch channel, right? And I've kind of sunk a lot into this whole enterprise, so it's not the kind of thing you give away. But I would want to make sure if I somehow am not involved that it goes somewhere that it would take care of it. Somebody already in the community. Dirty Tetris Dog, that opens up a Tetris well in column 7. What will happen to Mega Dasters Vandy? We're going to do Mega Dasters. Unfortunately, it's going to come after Jonas Cup and not be contemporaneous with, or, you know, happen before Jonas Cup. I really wanted it to happen in the run-up to Jonas Cup, but that's not going to be a thing. But anyway, you guys know I would do it if I could. 604 for Dog, 118, 543 for Wallbant. My ambition this year was to go no breaks because every previous year we'd taken at least 1 month off, and I wanted to go no breaks this year, and was well on my way to doing it. I had no problem doing it. I was feeling good, you know, but I'm kind of glad we have not taken the break, because if we had, it would have been in, you know, like summer. So not having taken a break means we're not taking 2 breaks because of this situation. So that's good. 649 for Dog, 611 for Wallbant. A big transition for Dog. That is a huge transition. And Wallbant with a very, very healthy transition, should he get it. And yeah, he will get it. 637 for Wallbant. So 2 healthy 600k plus transitions for these players here in game number 3. 2023 had no months off. Did it have months off? That's a good question. Did it? I don't remember. I think we took July off to do Lone Star, so people tend not to... People poo-poo Lone Star as something, a thing, but we didn't do a monthly, if I remember correctly. I'll have to go back and look. Kolba, if you count it, I guess. I mean, Lone Star consistently had the largest prize pool of... Now, probably not the case anymore now with Genesis probably getting a big one, but had of any, you know, kind of live regional tournament, even though the second year it was not CTM affiliate, CTWC affiliated. 896 here for Dog, 806 for Wallbant. And really the first year, I don't even consider it a CTM event, a CTWC event, because all it was is we, you know, they wanted us to have it on their channel, so we did. But it was more of a favor to them than for us. So it was a CTWC regional, kind of in name only, but it did not have to be. Nothing said it had to be. AO2 for Dog. He's got the max. He's on 25, and he's got a center well that he's trying to keep open. He's going to chop it down. And yeah, this is real drought. And this is going to happen when you go center well. That's just the law of Tetris. And yeah, this is a real drought that is happening. I think both players experiencing it right now. I'm not going to spoil the drought since there is a line separation here, but somebody want to count that back. Long bar Tetris Wallbant. So yeah, that was a long drought for Dog. 26. I think it went into 27. But yeah, Dog now at B29. A41 for Wallbant. Dog enters 29 at B65. And Wallbant not going to be too far behind him if he can Tetris this out. But he's not going to be able to Tetris out. Still a 1.1 for Wallbant. Not a bad 29 transition at all. I still think, you know, anything 1.1 or above, impressive at 29. Oh, no, double flipped for Dog. That's going to be a top out for him. So the chase down target for Wallbant is C20. He's 90,000 points away. That's 2 Tetrises under. And he's got forever and a day, so he can pick and choose his spots, and it's really just going to come down to execution on Wallbant's part. C20, that is the target. And Wallbant is not going to be able to complete the chase down. Dog will outlast Wallbant despite that top out. Uncharacteristic for a Dog on level 30 double flips. You don't see that happen on his board too often, but yeah, Dog's going to take this one 3 games to none, and it's going to go in the records as 3-1, but Wallbant, very, very impressive. This is his best run in CTM so far. You know, he's made it into the top 8 before, but that was in a 16-player CTM where he only had to win 1 round to do it. He had to win 3 rounds against really tough customers. He defeated Chroma round 1, former CTM champ SV in round 2, defeated Neko in round 3, and then, you know, ran into Dog here. So, you know, Wallbant with a great performance, and that should not go unappreciated despite the fact that it was a sweep. And Dog with a sweep is going to make it into the semifinals. Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. Join our Discord server, the largest classic Tetris community online, at ctm.gg/discord, and follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.